If you're wondering why Matt LaFleur and Brian Gutekunst are smiling, well, it is because the 53-man roster is officially set. It's officially in. And now we can turn our eyes to week 1 against the Detroit Lions. Welcome into the Packers Report, everybody. My name is Joey Peterson. We talked cuts just about 5 hours ago. Now we're done with cuts. We're talking the 53-man roster, and I cannot wait to tell you everybody who's made it to the final one. If you want the Packers to beat the Lions in week 1, because like I said, that's where the attention turns now, do me one big favor, hit that thumbs up button and like today's video. Let's start with the roster news. Not as in who made it, who did it. Let's talk injuries first because they have to designate these before they fill out the other 53 spots. Marshawn Lloyd and Jacob Monk both will start on IR, but designated to return. You could put 2 people on IR. They don't count against a roster spot. Watson, Oliver, and Williams will all start the year on PUP, meaning they can't come back until at least 4 weeks after the season. And then Omar Brown is on IR, kind of regular IR, which means he's done for the year, obviously, after that collapsed lung in the preseason game. In the quarterback position, this should be no surprises to anybody. Your first 2 roster spots go to Jordan Love and to Malik Willis. I really have liked what Malik Willis has shown, obviously, over the last couple of years in Green Bay. We know he's capable to win games if he goes out there and you need him to do so. The interesting thing about Malik Willis, and I talked about it earlier, this is a contract year for him, right? His final year. I imagine he's going to get more money from somewhere else to be a starter, or at least compete for a starting job, than he will from Green Bay to be a backup at the end of this season. So in my opinion, this is probably Malik Willis' last year in Green Bay, and I think they try to groom Taylor Elgersma on a practice squad if he makes it and see what happens with him moving forward. In the running back position, this one seemed kind of chalk as well. Obviously, things will get switched up when Marshawn Lloyd returns from IR, but as of right now, Josh Jacobs, Chris Brooks, and Emanuel Wilson. I've got a feeling when Marshawn Lloyd does return, Emanuel Wilson's probably going to be that first guy off of it. But as we know, Marshawn Lloyd has dealt with injuries pretty much for the entirety of his career, not just in the National Football League, but in college as well. Before this running back, as it goes at face value, I really like these 3. Obviously, you got the bell cow and Josh Jacobs, but what Chris Brooks and Emanuel Wilson have shown in the preseason, especially what Emanuel Wilson showed last season, I like it a lot. Really, really enjoy these 3 in that running back room. Let's talk wide receivers now, okay? And this is the first thing I got wrong from yesterday's roster prediction. We talked about it earlier today. You got Jayden Reed, Romeo Doubs, Matthew Golden, Dontayvion Wicks, Savion Williams, and then instead of Mecole Hardman, you've got Malik Heath taking up that 11th roster spot and final roster spot for your Packers wide receivers. And Chip, you can send me full screen here. I'm going to talk about this for just a second. I thought that Mecole Hardman probably... I'll just say I was surprised when Mecole Hardman didn't make the 53-man roster. I would have given the spot to Hardman over Heath just because, yeah, he had the muff punt, but outside of that, from everything you asked him to do in a wide receiver perspective, I thought he did pretty well during the preseason. Okay, Malik Heath had too many drops for my liking, and also Mecole Hardman, I think he just gives you more on this roster from a special teams aspect than Heath does, but they decided to go with Heath. Again, once Kristian Welch gets back from that injury, that's all not really going to matter. The tight end room, they did take 4. We thought they would, and they do. Tucker Kraft, Luke Musgraves, Ben Sims, and John Fitzpatrick are your 4 tight ends. Look, those top 2 guys, Tucker Kraft and Luke Musgrave, I feel like they have the option. They have the chance to take this league by storm, okay? Really, really love what Tucker Kraft showed last year. Really love what Luke Musgrave has shown so far in training camp, preseason, these joint practices, especially that one against Seattle. He's going to be a special, special talent if it all can come together for him. The offensive line, they end up only taking 9 total, okay? That Darian Kinnard has 25. That's really 24. That's my fault there. Whatever. You forgive me. I forgive you. Rasheed Walker, Jordan Morgan, Aaron Banks, Elgton Jenkins, and Zach Tom. When you look on the left side of your screen, you're seeing left tackle down to right tackle. I'm interested in seeing if Jordan Morgan's going to be that left tackle spot over Rasheed Walker. We'll wait and see there. Sean Ryan, Anthony Belton, Jacob Monk, and Darian Kinnard will round out the rest, and that will make 9 total offensive linemen. Who do you think was the biggest surprise cut today? Okay, was it Mecole Hardman? Was it Kalen King? Was it Kristian Welch? There's a lot of names you'd go with, but regardless, you let me know in the comment section down below. There's only one thing better in this world than watching football, and that's watching football and winning money. And with our friends over at Underdog, you can do the two together, and it is so easy. Football is here, and Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long. Let's cut to the chase. If you download the app today and sign up with promo code Packers Report, you score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and more. Get your picks right, and you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. You can play with as little as $1. And I know no pro football this weekend. We only got college football, and you might not be a college football fan. If not, guess what? They already got the picks out for the Packers game against the Detroit Lions. So give me the higher on Jordan Love passing touchdowns, 1.5. Give me the higher also on receiving yards for Jahmyr Gibbs, 25.5. And I guess it's going to be a pass-catching day for running backs because I also have higher than 2.5 receptions for Josh Jacobs. You can tail my picks. You can fade my picks. Just do it over with our friends at Underdog. Download the app today and sign up with promo code Packers Report to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code Packers Report. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 or older, 19 or older in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 or older in Colorado for some games, 21 or older in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms_DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY to 467-369. On to the defensive side of the ball we go. Starting off with your defensive ends. Rashawn Gary, Lucas Van Ness, Kingsley Enagbari, Brenton Cox, and Baron Sorrell. I like this group, okay? I don't love this group. I'm not going to say something against what I've said for the entirety of this offseason, but I like the consistency in it, okay? I think these guys are all really, really solid options. Now, I would love one of them to rise above the others and be a great option, be an elite option, but for right now, you don't lose a ton going from the starters to the backups. Okay, I'm really happy with the depth they have at this position. Really excited to see what Baron Sorrell is going to do as a rookie. To the interior, we go on the defensive line. Kenny Clark, Devontae Wyatt, Carl Brooks, Warren Brinson, Colby Wooden, and Nazir Stackhouse. The first UDFA we see and easily the one most deserving. Everything he did in the preseason was impressive. His ability to stop the run, his ability to play consistent. Everybody's raving about him during training camp, and he stepped up to the plate when the games actually came around. Really happy Nazir Stackhouse and all 6'6", 340 pounds of him has made this roster. Linebacker room. This one was a little bit of a shock for me, okay? I thought yesterday they were going to take 5. I thought that Kristian Welch was going to be a part of that 5. He is not. Quay Walker, Edgerrin Cooper, Isaiah McDuffie, Tyron Hopper. Tyron Hopper, I think, is the guy I expect to have the biggest rise from last year to this one. He played phenomenal pretty much for the entirety of the preseason, and everybody's been raving about him. Edgerrin Cooper, we all know how pumped I am to see him and see what he's going to do in year 2. Regardless, though, I really, really like this room. I think the linebacker room might be the strongest on this team going into this next season. From strongest to, in my opinion, the weakest. Let's talk cornerbacks. Keyshawn Nixon, Nate Hobbs, Carrington Ballentine, Bo Melton, Kamal Haddon makes it. Shout out to the University of Tennessee. And then Micah Robinson takes up that 45th spot, the 7th round pick out of Tulane. I'll be real, okay? When you have a guy that makes your 53-man roster that was a wide receiver just about 5 weeks ago, I don't know how well that bodes for your football team, okay? They're going to get challenged in the NFC North. Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams come to town week 1. You're going to have to play Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison twice a year, okay? They're going to get their skills tested for sure, and we'll see what happens. In the safety room, something's going to help them out a lot is the fact that they got these 5 right there behind them. Xavier McKinney, Evan Williams, Javon Bullard, Zane Anderson, and Katan Oladapo. That breaks down your 5 safeties. Can't say enough good things about Xavier McKinney. Evan Williams showed real great promise as a rookie. I think Javon Bullard takes a step from year 1 to year 2 as well. The specialists, everybody's favorite. Kickers are people too. Brandon McManus coming in at 51. Daniel Whalen and Matt Orzech. Whalen actually got an extension today, or was it Orzech that got extended? I want to be 100% certain. I don't want to get this wrong, okay? I don't want to embarrass myself. Let me scroll down, find it on my Twitter to make sure I'm 100% right. There was an extension today, and it was Matt Orzech. Good thing I second-guessed myself. Extended today. Show some love, okay? We just told you the 53 men that were going to be on this roster. Type good luck to the 37 that didn't make it, okay? We're about to give you the 10 most notable, but for everybody who got caught today, give them a good luck in the comment section down below. In my opinion, here are the 10 most notable roster cuts. Cornelius Johnson, Taylor Elgersma, Isaiah Simmons, Mecole Hardman, Israel Abanikanda, Amar Johson, Kadeem Telfort, Kalen King, Kristian Welch, and Corey Ballentine. I thought that Kalen King, Kristian Welch, and Corey Ballentine, and Mecole Hardman honestly all had a shot to make this roster. Not seeing those four guys on the 53-man honestly was a little surprising, and not seeing at least one of them on the 53-man. I think if you would have told me that yesterday, I would have said absolutely no chance it happens. But hey, this is football. It happened. I'm sure there's a reason behind it. You just saw the full 53-man roster. Grade it for me in the comment section down below. Give it an A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know how you're feeling about this 53-man right now. Make sure you got me followed on social media at Joey Peterson on Twitter and on Instagram. The links to my social media will be in the comment section and description of today's video. And make sure you're subscribed to the channel, youtube.com/PackersTV. I guarantee you, we got you a full graphic video, probably quicker than anybody else. And if we did, make sure to lock us in and subscribe.